I sold this Bosch UM3 universal mixer base only for $60 plus shipping. I already sold the bowl and one attachment for $30 each. Then I have a few other attachments that I'll sell for $25 to $40 each as well. Got this for $12 and all of the parts and pieces are moving very, very quickly. Sold this big old Polk subwoofer. As you can see by the dust, it's been in my shop for just under a year. Sold for $50 plus $72 in shipping. Only going to cost about $29 to shipper. So we profited a good amount on this. It was only $8 at a thrift store. Sold this Lululemon purse thing for $18 at a huge loss because we got this brand new for $40. It was in my wife's closet. She used it for a while, then we got her a different one. So yeah, making a little bit of money back on the personal use item, which is always good. Got this little Babyless Pro here, just a travel size, went for $20 plus shipping. Got this for $3 at a thrift store, and this sold in 2 weeks. At this point in the video, you have seen 4 completely different items all throughout different categories, and that's going to continue. I am a true everything seller. I sell a little bit of everything across a lot of major categories, and I believe, especially for beginners, that that is the best way to do reselling. Of course, there's pros and cons to niche selling and everything selling. I truly believe that reselling everything is the best way for beginners, especially if you're making, $100,000 a year or less from reselling. Just going out to thrift stores or garage sales, picking up everything that's profitable and that has a fast sell-through rate that you can learn from is awesome. When you're focusing on just 1 or 2 things, there's a lot of benefits, but there's also a lot of drawbacks. And I just think that as a beginner, as a hobbyist, as someone that's just trying to make side income, selling a little bit of everything is far, far superior. For those of you that follow my JRide Picks channel, I picked this up at a flea market. I bought a ton of stuff for $85, ended up getting a ton of pieces. So my cost of goods on this is around $1. Sold for $30 plus shipping, and it sold in under a week. Same thing here. This Sonic and Knuckles game was included in that $85 lot. So again, just under $1 for my cost of goods. This was also listed for just under a week, and it sold for $22 plus shipping. Sold this Vivitar Series 1 camera lens. Sold for $30 on Mercari. This was listed for like 8 or 9 months, so I'm happy to see this go. Then I got these Hyper Venom Nike cleats at a yard sale for $2 just under a year ago. These finally sold for $25 plus shipping. As you can see, a lot of my items are coming from thrift stores and garage sales. I get some stuff from the bins, from estate sales, from a ton of different locations, but the majority of them are from thrift stores. And like I'm alluding to, many more of them are starting to come more and more from garage sales. Let me know where you guys get the majority of your items to flip on eBay. Sorry, I just got a $150 sale on eBay, so I'll throw that at the end of the video. I don't even know what it was, as you could tell from the little brain hook. But let me know in the comments below, do you get most of your items from thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, flea markets? Where do you guys get them? They say I'm supposed to wait until the end of the video to show that sale because it creates curiosity and intrigue and makes people stay to the end of the video longer. But definitely stay to the end of the video because there's a ton of other $140, $150 sales that I have to show you guys. But that thing that just barely sold were these Oakley sunglasses, frames only. These are completely scratched up. They're a Ferrari collab. Wow, awesome angles here. Anyway, got these at the Las Vegas flea market for $5. They just sold for $150 plus shipping. We sold this Wilson A950 glove for $50 plus shipping. This was only listed for about 2 weeks. Got this at a thrift store for just $2. And yeah, awesome sell, awesome profit, awesome sell-through rate, all the good stuff. Sold this Pioneer receiver remote for $35 plus shipping. It's going international. This was listed for 90 days at $40. After 90 days, I took $5 off, listed it for $34.87, and it moved within a couple of days. Sometimes you just got to knock off a couple bucks and things move. These Diesel eyeglass frames sold extremely quickly for $30. They were listed for 1 whole day. Got these at a thrift store for $1. Diesel is a really awesome brand to be looking for right now. Then I also got this quesadilla maker, sold for $40 plus $40 in shipping. Probably will only cost me about $18 to ship it. So a ton of profit made on this one. This was actually returned to me after someone used it for 29 days. Still in great working condition. Now we've sold it for a second time. Speaking of large shipments, this huge Pioneer receiver sold for $129 plus $96 in shipping. This was listed for a whole year. Got it for $20 at a thrift store over a year ago. Glad to see this go, and it sold for a really good profit. Sold this Sports Specialties hat for $26 plus shipping the day it was listed. Don't freak out, it's worth a lot more, but the back is broken. So that's why it sold at a discounted rate. I think you could probably get $50 for this hat. I listed it at $35, and someone offered me $17 for it. I countered with $26, and they took it. The sales just keep coming in on this Bosch unit that I picked up, and there's only a couple left, unfortunately, so hopefully I'll be able to find another one soon. I'm just going to tell you this because things are going to fall. I sold this for $23 plus shipping. It's only been listed in my shop for under 3 weeks. Sold this Corvette car stereo for $85 plus shipping. This was listed in my shop for over 6 months. Only paid $5 for it, and we made a huge profit on her. I got this Odyssey 2-ball putter from a Goodwill in Las Vegas like 7 months ago for $8. It finally sold for $60 plus shipping. Odyssey has amazing putters. Almost all of their other clubs are a pass for me, but their putters are always really good to pick up. Got this Vitamix blender cup with the lid. Sold for $60 plus shipping. Someone paid $75 just to get this bad boy. I had it listed in my shop for, I don't know, like 2 months or so. Sold this Exercise equipment thing. You want to look for these kind of gimmicky, scammicky exercise equipment. They just sell super well. This sold for $140 plus shipping. I got this out of the Cedar DI, and it sold 2 days after listing it. It always just kind of makes me laugh, some of the things that sell on eBay for as much money as they go for. And yes, there's still a few $150, $200 sales coming up. Sold this Hitachi Chime-O-Matic rice maker. This sold in just under 2 weeks for $40. I paid $8 for it. And then instead of cutting, I'll just go right down here. We sold this Canon camera for $50 plus shipping. Had this one listed for a while longer because this hangs open, but all they have to do is tape it shut and it stays working. Put that in the title. The description. The buyer reached out to me to confirm that, and yeah, we talked about it. They understand what they're getting, and it sold for $50 plus shipping. I got this Sony STR-DN 1030 at a yard sale for $5. I took the remote control out of it and sold the remote control separately for $60 plus shipping, and then I sold the receiver for $100 plus shipping. I would have only gotten $120 plus shipping with the remote. So yeah, I made $160 instead. Are you guys sick of hearing about these yet? I sold this for $40 plus shipping, and I have another batch of them coming in about 14 days. Awesome stuff. As you guys can see, I ship out a ton of electronics and heavy electronics at that. Do you guys have parameters in your business of things that you're not willing to ship because of returns or weight or packaging or things like that? Do you guys have a dimension limit or a weight limit, or are there categories you stick away from because you feel like they're just too hard to test or there's too many returns? I truly feel like I make as much money as I do because I'm willing to ship out and sell these items that the majority of people are not willing to mess with. And I feel like it's a huge advantage that a lot of you guys can take advantage of as well. I got a lot of flack for this Rowenta Perfect Steam Iron because I said it would sell for $150 to $200 on eBay. Everyone on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok were having their fits. It actually sold in under 12 hours for $167 or something like that shipped. So yeah, definitely could have got probably more for it if I listed it a little bit higher, but I will definitely take the day flip I got this for $19. I'll probably profit just over $100, maybe even a tiny bit more. We sold this Sony 128 megabyte Magic Gate memory stick that goes to a Sony CyberShot camera for $22 plus shipping. The average iPhone has 1,024 times the amount of storage than this little guy right here. Sold for about $30 shipped. Sold this Dymo Label Rider 450 Turbo, no cords, just the unit. Sold for $127 plus shipping. I got this at a thrift store for $5. Because it doesn't have any cords, it took about 2 months to sell. Normally these sell the week I list them or sooner. Sold another one of these bad boys. This one's a Yamaha, has the remote. It's the HTR-5063. Sold for $235 shipped. Should cost about $35 to $40 to ship it. And we got this for $15 at a thrift store about 10 months ago. Got this Apple TV. It's a pretty modern one, so it sold for $45 plus shipping. No remote. Got this at a thrift store for $2. Sold extremely quickly. I think it was listed for like 10 days or so. Awesome profit on this one. Definitely want to keep your eye out for Apple products. But you need to look up each individual model number. It starts with an A. This one is the A1842. All you gotta do is look up that number. A ton of these are gonna be worth $5 shipped. Some of them are gonna be $50 plus shipping. So you just gotta look up each individual model. Hey look, more Apple. This is a Magic Mouse. Can't remember how much I got this one for. I listed it a bit too high, so it sat for a whole 100 days. Then once I marked it down $4, it flew off the shelf the day that I marked it down. So went for $20 plus shipping. Statistically, only 4 out of 10 of you guys are still watching to this point of the video. So I saved a quick little tip for you guys that I think is pretty juicy. You can save 20% on literally everything in life that you buy online. And that is, when you go to a website and you want to buy something, go ahead and put it in your cart and then abandon the page for at least 12 hours. After 12 to 24 hours, they're going to send you an email with a 20% off coupon, typically saying, hey, are you still interested in buying this, whatever you were buying? That's going to save you 20% on everything you're purchasing, and it's also going to help you limit your reckless spending, because a lot of times we're just scrolling on Instagram or we're on TikTok and we want to buy something and we get emotionally sucked into that. So then we go to the website and we buy it. But if we put it in our shopping cart and we wait 24 hours, a lot of times when we come back to it, we realize, oh, I actually didn't even really want or need this. I just was kind of in a mood or was feeling a little sad or just for whatever reason, emotionally, I just wanted to buy this. But now that those emotions have cleared away and I've had time to give myself space between this purchase, I actually don't even need it. And so you save 100% of your money and you can use it towards your eBay business, towards strengthening your relationship with your kids or your spouse, or getting food that will keep you going through your life. So appreciate you guys coming out here. I'll see you guys next time.